Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. It seems like I always see the view count and it's still at 0, so I'm pretty sure I'm not live yet. Oh, now I am. Hey, good morning. Good morning and welcome to my stream. How are you? And I'm so happy to see. Yay, Thomas! I'm done with 2024 annual training. Woohoo! I'm so happy for you. You did it. But first, let's say hi to JC. Hello. Good morning, my friend. And Loretta is here. Oh, and Loretta has her 2 writing days. Awesome. I'm excited for you. Jelisa is here. Oh, how did your stream go? I didn't have the time to jump in quickly before, but I hope you had a fun stream and enjoyed it very much. Okay, everyone said hi. Yeah, and JC is also happy that Thomas did it. And Thomas is much happier that I can focus on research and journaling tasks. Finally, I do get jealous of my downtime on shift. And Delara's here. Hello, good morning. Oh, it went better than expected. Yeah, I saw on your community tab that you have been sick during the weekend or something, that you had to skip Sunday's stream, I think. So I hope you're back to health and enjoyed the stream. The card. Yeah, I'm a little bit distracted because I just talked to my daughter and I was like, I have to jump on the stream. We can talk during the first sprint. So I got a card for us, beautiful acceptance card. And in the booklet, it talked about how we sometimes get stuck in situations that we don't like, we don't enjoy. And it's kind of similar maybe to the card we had yesterday, the Dance with Life card. Do something to change your energy. And I think it goes a long way if we first can accept the situation we're in. Usually we have a lot of resistance. If there's something, for instance, let's say Thomas training, you have just this inner resistance and you hate it, and or you just want to change your situation, you wish you could escape, and sometimes that's not possible, like with James and your training. And it can help when you accept that fact. Okay, for now I cannot change the circumstances, maybe I can take some steps, but for now I'm in this situation. And then when you accept it, you might already feel lighter because you don't fight it so much. And then you can maybe shift your perspective and try to find to make it better somehow, accepting it and then change the energy, and yeah. But like I said, not accepting something and resisting it so much takes so much energy and will just drag you down. You will be in a bad place. And if it's something you're in for the longer, because you maybe have to wait till you can do something to change the whole circumstance or whatever. Sometimes I'm just also thinking of like cleaning or stuff. Sometimes it's something you just have to do, or taxes or so. And what I try to do, for instance, with taxes, I will look up some cool apps that will help me make it easier or something. But accepting the fact that I actually have to do them goes a long way, maybe. Yeah, just trying to bring you better energy. Pitch to burn of energy, then burrow through as quickly as possible. Yeah, sometimes it's just okay. Let's say taxes. I know I have to do it. I do it earlier than later. It's better than to have it in the back of your mind all the time, or just set a date and accept that you will do it on the state, and you won't whine about it, and just do it, and then it's okay and it's done, and it didn't take too much energy. Sometimes it is like that. Same with cleaning. Turn on some fun music and maybe enjoy it even. I don't know. Oh, I have forgotten to. Oh yeah, yeah. Share the timer with you guys. I decided for the summer rain. Yeah, for instance, rain can be good or bad, like you have a party planned outside and then summer rain is coming. So you won't be able to do anything about it. You have to accept that it's raining and maybe find some fun way to deal with it. I don't know. Mark, hello, good morning. Yeah, do the taxes while plotting the overthrow of the government. Yeah, find some fun solutions, do them, but still overthrow the government. Yeah. I also remember when I was pregnant with my son, for instance, I was like scared because I knew what birth is like. And I was like, okay, I can't do anything about the fact that I will have to give birth eventually. But then I thought of, that it's a natural process. It must be a way to make it easier. And I actually read some literature and it really helped me. So sometimes when you just accept it first, you can free up some space in your mind to get some ideas how you could go about it, if you don't resist, it might be helpful and might open up some doorways that you haven't thought about before because you were so focused on resisting the actual thing. Oh, I'm sorry, Loretta. This reminds me that I should get around to doing my taxes. Oh no, since the deadline was 2 months ago. Yeah, I also have this on my plate, but I still have some time, fortunately. But we also get into trouble now because we did the taxes for the year before quite late. And now it would be easier if we already had the sheet, I don't know, from the government or whatever, the sheet that we have done the taxes, because we need it actually for our daughter now. So yeah, sometimes it's good to do the taxes just on time to avoid trouble later. But I'm sorry for reminding you. So let's sprint and enjoy the summer rain. Here we go. Have fun. Okie dokie. That's the end of sprint number 1. How did everybody do? Keiko joined us. Hello. Welcome. Mark shared, because I was wondering how yesterday's visit went. And I said, I hope yesterday's visit went well, and now you have a beautiful, clean apartment. Mark answered, my apartment is far from being beautiful, clean, but at least the somewhat alright status quo is maintained. Yay! Same status as my apartment, probably. Yeah. That's one of those things I talked about at the beginning with acceptance. Yeah, that it will always be a hassle probably to have a somewhat clean apartment. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the first sprint. I just working on a little idea I had yesterday and trying to wrap my head around it. So I'm writing notes down in my journal at the same time working on the computer. So yeah, it's a work in progress, but it's fun, and I'm happy that I switched now from just journaling and waiting for some idea to show up to actually working on something. Okay, Loretta finished up her writing for the night, and now I'm excited about switching to reading. Awesome. What are you going to read? I want to know. Oh, my daughter has a wonderful date today with her friend. They will go to the bookstore, and yeah, she was excited about it, and a little bit nervous because her friend reads classics, is a big fan of classics, and she feels like the stuff she's reading might not be as good as what her friend is reading. I don't know, but she was really excited to go to the bookstore, which made me happy because I always also love to go to the bookstore. Living quarters. Oh yeah, as long as it doesn't qualify as an EPA Superfund site. I don't know what EPA is, but I can guess it's about that you maybe, for instance, have little friends living with you that you don't want to have living with you. I don't know. Or dust clouds. I don't know. Okay, a toxic waste, even better. Even worse. I mean, yeah, but this can happen. Yeah, I think so too. Usually, I'm okay with the state of our apartment. Only when, like, the same position Mark was in yesterday, when we get visitors, or I know we will get visitors, I get stressed out and like, oh my god, suddenly I see all the things wrong. All the things that should be cleaned up. I'm like, panic state. And usually, what I also hate is when you clean up something, you usually discover more stuff that should be cleaned, like deep cleaned. And yeah, that's the downside of cleaning. I guess you get aware of more work that needs to be done. But I mean, maybe once we move out, I can deep clean. It's easier when there's no furniture in here anymore. Oh, Mark, and once again, I'm stunned how organized one can be. Bravo, pointing towards Loretta. Yeah, that's why I was so shocked when she revealed, I don't know if you were here, that she struggled with the time management training from her company. I thought you have a good time management system, or you are good with doing that. Ooh, I've been working on a middle grade series recommended by my friend Kelly. I am on book 4, Betsy and Tracy Go Downtown. It's fiction, but based on a writer's life in early 1900s. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's fun. In my last chapter, the kids see their first car. You know what? Actually, I also read my grandma once. I was a teenager, I would say, when we were visiting her, and she once said to me and my sister, "Oh, you know what? I have so many books, and I need to clean my bookshelves." Just and she even led us to a shed she had in her garden, full of books and boxes, and she said, "Just take whatever you want." So I got lots of really, really cool old books that I read, and it was so cool to read books from a time, I don't know, the beginning of this last century, and with old German lettering, um, the the letters were different. I don't know when they changed it, but at some point they made it easier to read. But there's old German writing. I don't know how to tell it. The letters were more complex. Maybe I can share a page later. Probably the same with English. I don't know. So it was written differently and printed differently. So it's a little bit harder to read, but it was so much fun. I remember reading those books and and just taking them. And we went home with boxes full of books. My sister and my parents were complaining because we took so many books. Yeah, but it was fun. Yeah, don't remind me of old German. Yeah, and still the kids in school, sometimes I remember my kids now, they go to a kind of museum. They have a trip where they show them how school was back in the day. I don't know. And then they also read the old German language or try to read. And I remember my great grandma's writing. She wrote in this old German language. And yeah, it's just cool. I love to look at old historical stuff. Sorry was eating breakfast. I'm so hyped today because we got the gameplay yesterday. And oh, that's so cool. I really like that you enjoy it so much. They just continued on Saturday their tradition with bad trailers and floored us with the gameplay. So the trailers were bad, but the gameplay is awesome. I love that. So that makes me happy for you. And I will set up. Do you think? I don't think Kemi is here. Otherwise, you have to let us know. But I think we can use the snowy timer. I hope Kemi doesn't come in and immediately get sick. But let's just give it a try. Oh, that's what it's called. Yeah, Frakturschrift. See, I didn't even know it. But I can't find a translation. Yeah, probably certain kind of, I don't even know how to translate Schrift, lettering. Yeah. Yeah, it needs some time to get into it to be able to read it. Yes, some of them it's difficult because they're but our brain is quite good with adjusting. Ooh. Oh, awesome. I'm going for 10K today because I want these chapters for the fanfic written. Awesome. And you have to share the hype with the fandom. I love that. Use that energy. Yeah, that's cool. So, perfect point to start perfect time to start the next sprint. So, enjoy 50 minutes of snowfall and have fun reading and writing. Maybe I can share the German old writing with you guys in a link. Have a look it up. Okie dokie. That was sprint number 2 already. Time is too short. What happened during the sprint? I hope you had a fun time. Let me just look at the chat. Oh yeah, we talked about reading classics and let's just read what Rata said. I'm thinking about your daughter, Anya, and I really hate that people love to be so snobby with reading and music. Oh yeah, music is also like classical music. Reading outside of learning a skill is for the joy of it, right? Yes. In general, reading is like, yeah. Oh yeah, I shared, if you want to have a look at the link, if you follow the link, you can see this old German phone we talked about before. Maybe it will help her, my daughter, to know that classic only means it has lasted through time. Many, not all of our classics we revere cannot pronounce we revere today were thought as trashy in the times they were written. That's so true. Yeah, and sometimes I think I'm mostly in respect of the classics because they lasted through time. And I also feel like, I don't know if I can cope with the language because it's usually different. And yeah, it's fun to explore just the old classics and have a look at them, how they were written. I think in school they destroy lots of this curiosity with over how do you say, over, you have to, in school you really have to, they are really strict about all the rules, of the writing, and you have to write essays on them and you talk about them for hours. You kind of lose the joy of just reading and maybe talking about how you feel about it and connecting it to today's problems. Usually what I find fascinating is that what the classics talk about is still happening today. You can still relate to it today and stuff like that. And of course, yeah, also talking about the techniques maybe the writers used, which is interesting, but I think they overindulge on that, like looking at the techniques and or grammar or whatever. I don't know. It's usually becoming quite boring, even for people who actually enjoy reading, like me. Yeah, but totally true. My friends either tend to roll their eyes at me because I'm too pretentious, because I love classics, says Loretta, or roll their eyes because I like garbage. They are book snobs. Yeah, it's all. Yeah. I also sometimes, no, I don't know if I really get self-conscious, but I have some people in mind now because you also mentioned music who, when you go to their apartment, they have like certain books there displayed and art, and then go to the opera and you feel like I am a little bit self-conscious about it because you feel like maybe they have lots of knowledge about all of this and but I feel like for some people it's more like a show off, like I'm a cultural person, a person interested in culture, and I don't know. Probably they also enjoy going to the opera. But yeah, I can also get self-conscious about that. Although I also, yeah, I mean, I went to the opera maybe 1 or 2 times. And usually I don't dive so deep, like really some people are really diving deep with drinking wine or something and they become experts in a topic that you feel like, I can't really say anything about that. You're the expert. And just let them talk. Yeah, and we talked about the Count of Monte Cristo because I just jokingly said to my daughter she could buddy read with her friend who likes classics, The Count of Monte Cristo, which is like 1,000 pages. And I think I read maybe half of it, 2/3 even. No, I would say half of it. And Thomas says, I pity the fool who has a problem with what I read or watch. Yeah, we shouldn't be self-conscious about this, actually. Oh, and I should have clarified, I don't think your daughter's friend is a book snob. Yeah, because I said she reads classics. Just that we learned it in school, yeah. So it can make us self-conscious. Exactly. Like, yeah, that's probably from school that we maybe think somehow it's some higher education, like I said, with opera and classic musics and, you know, those composers maybe, and but it actually is just another topic that people get interested in, you know, and some are really deep diving, like I said, and becoming experts somewhat, and others just enjoy, maybe like me, going and listening to the music, and but not really knowing what's happening. So yeah, it's people reflect on those things differently. Oh yeah, we also, Mark said, classic books. Right, now I got reminded of still not having finished Wuthering Heights. Same with me. It's still on my still reading list. But yeah, it's one of Loretta's favorites. It is definitely one that I have to be in a certain mood to read. It works great on audio, which is another reminder. I always, when Loretta mentions it, I'm like, I really should just do more audiobooks with books, especially that maybe I struggled with finishing. But the first couple times I read it, I think I didn't really know what the hell was going on. It is a great book. Story easy to understand sentences, yes. Tension, especially in comparison to The Lighthouse we read before together. So that was a bit more of a difficult read, just language-wise. And so, yeah, that's true. Wuthering Heights is easier to read in the sense of the language. Everything great, except for me having trouble to stomach that emotional cruelness. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Loretta also says, I grew up on the black and white movie version of it that really only covers the first half of the book. With a jump to the end, it really romanticizes the toxicity. Oh yeah, lots of older movies romanticize toxic stuff. That's true. And also with this novel, I don't know if that's actually a good question. I would be interested in if the author intended to romanticize it or not, you know? Like, I can understand that lots of people still do romanticize the toxicity of this novel. Okay, Loretta, I just made a fresh cup of coffee to go with my book. Awesome. The last chapter has the main character, she's 12, going to a library for the first time. Oh, it made my heart melt. Oh, that's so cool. And Keiko hung the laundry. Awesome. And see, Jalissa loves classical music. Do you have a favorite composer or something that you... speaking of classical music, I really enjoy listening to some... So my favorite composers are Tchaikovsky and Chopin. I used to listen to them as a teenager, like for hours. I really loved them. I loved piano music, especially. What did I want to say, actually? Oh, yeah, I wanted to say that I like to listen to modern classical music, like film music, for instance. Interstellar, I really liked. I don't know if it's really classical. It's modern, definitely. And also Oppenheimer. It's the same composer. And I really liked... I watched on YouTube some orchestra playing the Oppenheimer music, or some parts of it. And it was really cool because it's quite complex, you know. So yeah, I also love classical music. Definitely. It's I love all kinds of music, but That's what I enjoy. Oh, see, Tilisa, my protagonist is 10, turning 11. But don't think it's children genre. Yeah. One of my projects I'm working on now has an 8-year-old, but it's not a book for kids. Interesting, because I think I don't have any kid in any of my novel projects. To think about. I mean, in my Beach House novel, there are flashbacks to the childhood somewhat, or maybe it's more teenage years, but interesting. Yeah, when there is a kid, and my pirate novel, there's also a younger, but it's also more a teenage boy who plays a minor role. But yeah, that's fascinating. That I didn't even think of. In my dream world, there are no kids to distract me or the main characters. Oh, yeah, it's a good question to Loretta. Maybe you can help me. What genre you think it would fit into? Oh, what does this mean? Proud Philistine? I heard the word before, but what is the meaning of it? I have to look it up. Ancient people who lived on the south coast. Oh, yeah, that's probably not what you meant. Oh, a person who refuses to see the beauty or the value of art or culture. Ooh! Okay. I never thought of you like that, but interesting. Because you listen to metal music, but isn't this also, I mean, there are classics now as well. Loretta to Lisa, well, the age would be good for middle grade, unless you are writing it for adults. Exactly, that's what I'm doing. But the genre has more to do with the type of story and less about age of the reader or age of the characters in the novel or in the story, because it can be, I'm thinking of mystery novels where the main character was a child. I don't remember the title of them, but it's still probably for adults to read because it's about murder. Just a child solving them. Yeah, is there a mystery? Is it spooky? Is it an adventure? Those are usually what publishers mean by genres. I like to think about what books I like that inspired my story. Yeah, that's a good reference you can do to think about what genre it is, or that I think is similar. Then I research how it is categorized. Yeah, To the Lighthouse was great, but damn hard to read. No mystery. At least I don't think so. Maybe literary fiction. Yeah, which isn't it a genre in itself? Isn't it already a good genre? Emily Bronte did not mean for it to be a romance. Okay. Oh yeah, because I was wondering, but more what those kind of feelings and obsessions, yeah, could do to us in a world that is indifferent to feelings. Oh yeah, that makes lots of sense. I really have to finish this book because I want to, yeah, just dive into the reviews and learn more. I usually learn a lot more about movies and books I read when I go into the reviews and essays about them. They open my eyes more to the details, which I maybe miss, or the underlying themes. Oh, see, Chopin is also one of Jalisa's favorite composers, I'm guessing. Big fan of cinematic music. See, Hans Zimmer became a favorite after the Batman Begins soundtrack. Yes, I also love Hans Zimmer music. I'm joking about the Philistine, but I'm mocking people who get snobbish. Yeah. Hans Zimmer, even Torrent and Zach Hamsey. I don't think I know them, but I have to look them up. Probably I will know their work. Updated in my Notion, my chapters list of my fanfic. Awesome. So-called Haven arc is now 17 chapters long because I made the flashbacks arc longer since it makes more sense. Awesome. Sounds like lots of progress for you. And see, Keiko seems to have a similar taste. Oh yeah, similar taste. Ivan Torrent is amazing. Oh yeah, the Dune soundtrack is cool, especially when you're in the movie watching it. It's awesome. Yeah. Oh, my intro to classics was David Copperfield at age 9. Oh, and Loretta, I'm so sorry. That was your introduction to Dickens. Unpopular opinion, but it's one of my least favorites. Yeah. I know Dickens and watched some of the movies, what's it called? I don't even remember. The usual Christmas with the three ghosts, for instance. It's so famous, but I don't think I have read Dickens. But I know, Loretta, it's one of your favorites, favorite authors, writers, isn't it? Yeah, I think I remember you talking about that. So let me. I talk too much. And let me set up a final sprint. Maybe a 15-minute timer. Okay. Because I have then to, start working. At some point of the day, I have to do that. Okay, final sprint. Here we go. Enjoy. Okie dokie. That's the end of today's stream. Oh, I have to end quickly. I will go. Oh, wait a second. That was just the postman. Yeah. Okay. But I will be back tomorrow. See you soon, my friends. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of the night. And yeah, the bell is not the best. So see you soon and have a wonderful time. Ciao, 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 my friends.